and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10,
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. What it do? It is Thursday. Yes, indeed. Getting one day closer to Monday Night Football. Oh, yeah. Can you smell what the tick is cooking? Welcome to another episode of Good Morning, Raider Nation live podcast. Well, yours truly, Lunatic Raider, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. You feel me? As you can see by the thumbnail, exactly. We're talking about the trade deadline. Information's hitting out there that the Raiders are going to work with Hunter Renfrow in getting a trade. I got three guys that from other teams that possibly could be targets. Not 100% sure, but just trying to target what the rumors out there are saying about them looking for a defensive end, edge rusher, and doing it by trading player for player. But here's the key. With them saying that they're helping Renfrow find a destination, what if a defensive end is not available on the team he wants to go to? Things to think about. And we will think, evaluate, and speak our truth. So let's dive into it, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. It's a pleasure to have you here. My with the most, man. What's the deal, man? NorCal Raider Jesse's in the building. Eddie Diaz, man. What's the deal, man? Top of the morning. Thank you for being here. Eagle. Oh, no. Hold on. I got one in front of the other. Eagle Terrian 207. What's the deal, dog? Welcome to the show. You already know what it is. Eugene Powell, what it do, man? Top of the morning. Thank you for being here, man. Salute to you. Let's see what else we got in here, man. I didn't even put no link out, man. So we got 5 in here right now. We gonna marinate for a little bit, you know what I mean? We gonna marinate a little bit, you know, you making jerk chicken. You want the chicken to go ahead and marinate with the jerk seasoning, you feel me? Let it sit in the refrigerator overnight and shit. You feel me? So we just gonna sit here for real quick. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Oh, matter of fact, since we got everybody in the chat, since I got y'all here now, you know I gotta salute y'all, man. It's Thursday, dog. Hey, y'all see this shit? Hey, every time don't you see this? Don't you get excited, huh? Win or lose, this shit right here. This is what we ride with. The real ones, not you counterfeits. The real ones that ride with the nation, bruh. You know what it's about. Without you, there's no me. And without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. That's the Mickey Figure Raider Nation, man. Hey, salute to the nation. Salute to all y'all, man. Hey, thank y'all for supporting the channel, man. We're growing as we go, like an early morning erection, man. I just hope you ain't got to go piss. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all piss all over the back of the toilet. Salute. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show of the morning. Yes, sir. Make sure I ain't forgot nobody. They're coming in now. Shout out to the 10, man. Hey, smash that motherfucking like button and subscribe if you ain't did that shit. You know what I do? You know how I do this shit, man. I throw humor out there, man, just to make it enjoyable, entertaining. But I come at you with facts and opinions. You know what I mean? One thing I come up with over time is the fact like this. And this is what separates content creators and anybody else, mind you. You know what I mean? A wise man bases facts A wise man bases his opinions from facts, while it's the fool who bases facts from opinions. Let's go. Welcome to another show, man. Yeah, we're gonna dive into it, man. So the trade deadline is coming up the 31st. Ooh, Halloween. You feel me? It is said that the Raiders are gonna work with Hunter Renfrow and finding him a trade partner. To go ahead and move him. So with the rumors before that happening, it was said that the Raiders are looking for another edge rusher. Hopefully that they can go player for player and not do a draft pick type scenario. Will that happen? I don't know. I don't think you're going to go straight across the board. What I can see happening is you do go player for player, but then there'll be draft pick swaps. So sort of like we send Renfrow and a 6th round pick, or no, we send Renfrow and a 5th round pick, and then the other team sends a player with a 5th round pick. You know what I mean? So their 6 become a 5, and our 5 becomes a 6. So we just go back around. Because I've been noticing all the trades that's been going on, like towards right now in this gap until the trade deadline. That's how they've been maneuvering. They've been doing shout out Mike G, man, my dude, man. Top of the morning to you. So they've been doing trading players but swapping picks. So I can see that happening. So the Raiders don't just lose picks. They'll just like devalue one. Take one from 5, bring it down to 6, or 4 to 5. I doubt we go higher than 3. But I think it's going to be in around the 5, no higher than 4, but 5, 6, basically, that we're giving up. I think we'll give up about a 5 or a 6, and then in return, the team, whoever we do the deal with, will give us, like, if we did a 6, they'll give us a 7 and a player. If we do a 5, it'll be 6 and a player. You know what I mean? To upgrade their picks. So I'm seeing the trend in that now. It makes perfect sense. You still get to keep your draft picks. You just go back around while the other team moves up around, depending on the value of the players. If the player that we're trying to trade for has a higher value, say for instance, that we know the key part in this would be Renfrow. If the team that we're trading with has a better value of their player compared to our player, then most likely we'll give up the higher draft pick and return the round lesser in return. Now, if Renfrow is higher value than the player we're sending out, than the player that we're trading for, then it'll be reversed. That team will give us a 6 and we give them a 7, or they'll give us a 5 and we'll give them a 6. So I'm noticing the trend in the NFL is going that route, where teams don't miss out on their draft picks, because whether it's a 5 or a 6 round pick, you still can get talent if you have a good scouting department. You know what I mean? So scouting is a very important with going out here and finding the talent that's out there in these colleges coming out in the draft. So yeah, I'm noticing that. So I'm figuring it's going to continue because it works. It works. So you don't have to give up like an arm and a leg type shit. And we know that all players aren't equal. So that's facts right there, though. Shout out to Chris Ariola, man. Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, top of the morning, man. Good morning to you, brother. Man. Clark Arroyo, salute to you, man. Thank you for pulling up. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Matter of fact, let me while I'm on here with y'all, let me share this shit real quick, because I know I didn't do it. And I'm a horrible, oh man, mute that shit. Oh shit. Let me get rid of that shit. All right, so yeah, let me do this real quick. Yeah. Oh man, this motherfucker here. That's what happened. Bam, bam. Bam. Lock that in. There we go. There we go, lunatic. Yeah, you see, you only look stupid. Who the fuck you talking to? I'm talking to you. Man, I'm live, nigga. You better wait for that shit. Oh, my bad. They be like, that motherfucker be talking to himself. I really do, though. Give a fuck. I talk to myself all the motherfucking time. Raider Nation for life. You feel me? Raider motherfucking Nation for life. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to make this shit crack real quick. Hold on. Bam. Let's go. We'll hit Twitter up. We'll hit them with the yeah. Hit you in your mouth with a motherfucking sock full of D batteries, bitch. Like that motherfucker coming out with gel tactics. Hit you in your mouth with a sock full of D batteries, bitch. Raiders. How you like it now? How you like me now? How you like me now? Hold on, I gotta spread the love, y'all. I gotta spread the Raider love, man. Yes, sir. So yeah, the trade deadline is coming up on the 31st, man. Now the other thing I was saying in this scenario with Raiders supposedly working with Renfrow to make a trade happen. Here's the other key factor. What if Renfrow chooses a team that does not have a defensive end available? What could be next? I can see linebacker. You know what I mean? I think up front towards the line in the trenches, that's going to be very important. So if you can get a defensive end or a linebacker for Renfrow, I say pull the trigger. I pull the trigger. You know what I mean? Especially if somebody that's not too long in the tooth. You know, we don't want no old dudes. Like I said, once again, mid-20s. You know what I mean? So I got some names for y'all. I got 3 dudes that I went out there and looked up and was, you know what I mean? I mentioned one some weeks ago. But there's a couple that I added to the mix too. I went on Twitter and seen a rumor floating on another individual with the Jets defensive end. But there's a linebacker with Carolina that I like. Yes, indeed. There is a linebacker that I like from Carolina. Can y'all guess who I'm talking about? Let's see, chat. Can you guess who I'm talking about? What linebacker from Carolina do you think Carolina could move on from since they don't have any wins? So I think everybody's available because they're going to lose their draft pick. So, you know, they're going to try to get whatever they can back. So I think it's going to be a dumpster fire. Everything must go. Everything must go. But what linebacker from Carolina would y'all like to see in the silver and black? Or you might not like one of them. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at the measurables, what he provide, his age. I factor in everything. Production, age, measurables. That's the 3 tiers that I look at. And I like this dude. But it might not be for everybody. Somebody might want Jamarcus Russell to come back and play quarterback. Hey, handle your business. Somebody might want Andrew Walters to come back. Hey, handle your business. That's you're entitled to your opinion. Don't mean that motherfucker gonna be mine. You feel me? It don't mean that motherfucker gonna be mine. But what linebacker from Carolina do you think we will be able to pull from their ass and take him and put him in the silver and black? That's the question. That is the motherfucking question of the day, of the morning. You feel me? Who do you think we can grab in a trade with Renfrow? But I don't know if that'll work that way. I don't know if Renfrow would be something that this team wants. But hey, why not ask? Knock on their door. Not gonna come up on them and you do this shit. Excuse me, anybody home? We got a trade for you. What, you got some weed? Nah, we ain't got no weed, but we got a wide receiver that plays slot, and he's young, and he's under contract. What you want for him? Let's see. Who you got on your roster? Right now, we trying to go. We trying to swap offense for defense. The good stuff. What's the deal, man? No, but see, here's the thing. Good stuff. It won't be like I told y'all. It won't be straight across. If we swap draft picks with them, that you know what I mean. We give them Renfro. They give us Burns. And what we do is we'll throw in this draft pick, which will be higher than the draft pick we ask in return. So nobody loses draft picks, but the draft picks fluctuate with the value of them. So we'll upgrade their draft pick and downgrade with the addition of Renfro. See, that's what I've been noticing has been happening. Joe L.E., what's the deal? Hey, what's up, Gravy? Gravy, what's up, dog? Spell my name wrong. Top of the morning, man. Thank you for pulling up. Raider Syndicate, what's it? Burns, yep. Hey, everybody know what I'm talking about. Okay, let me get into what I was talking about, man. What's the deal with everybody, man? Salute to y'all. If this is your first time here, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like, man. Don't act like that. It's one nation. You feel me? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in to these three. These are the three guys that I was looking at that possibly could be moved from the other teams, and then we'll discuss it. So let's jump into it, shall we? All right. First up on the list is Carl Lawson, defensive end from the Jets, 6'2", 265 pounds, 28 years of age. This past season in 2022, I'm not using this year's stats because there's only 6 games in. It don't make sense. So let's look at what they previously did. So he played in all 17 games, so that shows durability, right? He had 33 tackles. He had 18 tackles solo. He had 7 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. Productive, especially coming off the edge. Now, one thing I noticed, and this is what I'm paying attention to, is that the reason why the Raiders are looking for defensive ends is because they want somebody to relieve Max Crosby. Max Crosby is getting no help from off the line. Not the kind of help that we was hoping Chandler Jones would provide, but with that man out to lunch with no sandwich and not the sharpest knife in the drawer, it leaves Max Crosby by himself in the mix of us grooming and developing Tyree Wilson, which it was not meant for Tyree Wilson to start this year. But here we go. Things happen. No need to sit there and whine about it, cry about it. Let's get Tyree Wilson up in there. But at the same time, Malcolm Kuntz doesn't look bad either. He got a little dog in him I seen from last week. You know what I mean? I think these guys just need reps, just like all these young guys that we drafted. They need reps. That's all it is. That's all it is. So with that being said, would you make a move for Carl Lawson? I like his production is solid. You know what I mean? His production is solid. I think he only had, he had 7 sacks, but the 4 fumbles he caused and he recovered it. So I mean, he's around the ball. 7 sacks is solid, especially we know that Max Crosby gonna have damn near 20. So to have somebody that can give about 10, that's all we need. We need another DE that can give you about 10 sacks to add to Max's 20. And then hopefully that will help the defensive tackles as well get involved, because now double teams or whatnot are focused on the edge and not into the I don't want to say nose because it's not always nose tackle, but not always focus up the middle, which they not now. Ain't no offensive line worried about our defensive tackles. We need to make them worry about our defensive tackles by putting emphasis on the edge. So I understand what they're trying to accomplish, them being the Raiders. I understand. If you get Max Crosby some help and you can cause offensive lines to need help on the edge, then it should be like easy work for defensive tackles to collapse that pocket up the middle. You know what I mean? But that's all on theory, and that all depends on what players you get in here to come help you. Now, here's the next guy I have on my list is Derek Barnett, defensive end from the Eagles, 6'3", 259 pounds, 27 years of age. Now, last year, he had an ACL. You know what I mean? He only played one game. But he showed potential in the previous seasons that he had, like, brought in like 5 sacks, 6.5 sacks. We need a complementary piece to Max Crosby. Now, if we trade for somebody like this, does not mean he's solidified as being the future of that position on that side of the line. What it does say is you will be given an opportunity to earn that. And we will not hold anything against you from the previous year of missing damn near the whole season because of an ACL. Now, I'd rather deal with an ACL than deal with an Achilles. ACLs you can bounce back from. Like nowadays with medicine, ACLs don't mean shit. But Achilles, you tend to lose your explosiveness when you tear Achilles tendons. That's just what it is. That's just exactly what it is. Some people, a few have rehab back to make it back from an Achilles and not really look any different. But many more than that don't be the same. They don't make it back the same. So that's something that you got to factor in, though. So, and this is a guy that most likely the Eagles could move on from, especially how deep they are on the defensive line on that squad. Next up, and we just talked about him, Mr. Brian Burns. Come on now, 6'5", 250 pounds. He's only 25 years old. Now, see, this is all the measurables and shit that's adding up that I like. 1, 6'5", 250. You can't teach that. We're so small at linebacker, but we can use him on the edge as an outside linebacker as well because of his height and shit. Not saying that he's a middle linebacker, but I'm just saying with the linebacker core, we have nobody on linebacker core with his measurables, period. Outside linebacker or whatever. You feel me? 4'3", 3'4", it don't matter. We don't have nobody of his stature at linebacker, period. Whether it's outside linebacker or not. Now, he can play edge, play outside linebacker, 3-4, 4-3, it doesn't matter. That's the measurables he has to allow him to do such. He's only 25 years old. That's another thing. 25. You know what I mean? And you look at last year's production with the Panthers, he played in 16 games. He had 63 tackles, 34 solo, 12.5 sacks. Now, that's the kind of complimentary numbers that somebody like Max Crosby needs to add to his 20. You add 20 to 12.5 if he can keep this on a consistency and be consistent with his production. We'll just round it up. Let's say shit, fuck, like I said, at least 10. At least 10 sacks to add to Max, because Max gonna get about close to 20. He's on pace right now. He's what, at 6.5? 6.5 sacks after 6 games? That's what, a little bit over a sack a game? He's gonna be close to 20, bro. If we can get somebody like Brian Burns to add an extra 10 to get around 30 sacks just between those two, if those two can eat, I know the defensive tackles are going to benefit from it because ain't nobody going to focus on double teaming the DTs. They're going to be worried about Burns or worried about Max Crosby, and then that's when you can slip in the gaps with guys going man to man and just collapsing the collapsing the pocket up the middle to try to help contain these quarterbacks because we have mobile quarterbacks we got to face, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. We got a shitload of mobile quarterbacks we got to face, and we've seen in these games that we lost and even some of the ones that we won, these mobile quarterbacks is not it. I ain't gonna say not, but these quarterbacks that's mobile is our kryptonite. They are our kryptonite. You know what I mean? The only reason why old boy from the Bears did what he did, mobility. He escaped a lot of the times that we had his ass dead to rights. His legs. So we got to allow it to allow guys to get on our defense to make sure that he does not have room to do that kind of shit, to prolong plays, keep the play alive. Hell, the play that Tyree Wilson almost had his sack, dude was in the grass, but he let it go and made a completion. You know what I mean? This is what we got to worry about. We got people that's mobile that we getting ready to come face, bro. You still got Mahomes twice. You got Wilson again. You got Herbert again. You got Wilson a little mobile with the Jets, bruh. We hey, got to get on our shit. We got to get on our shit and contain these old run around with their head cut off type chicken ass QBs. You know what I mean? So I like Burns. Do we have what it takes to get him? I don't know. It all depends. It all depends, bro. But I would love to have this young guy on our team because he comes along with shit. You can't teach 6'5". You can't teach 250. All our linebackers is like 230. Outside linebackers, bro, we so thin. You figure with Chandler going through what he went through and he's dismissed from the team, all it takes is one injury for Kuntz or an injury for Tyree Wilson, and then what do we got? What do we got? You know what I mean? What do we got? Nothing. What, you gonna go into the practice squad and bring up Plant? You know what I mean? Guys like this, you're gonna have to, but he does not have experience. He has not played in one real live NFL game. So somebody like Plant, he's still in development mode. That's why he's on the practice squad. Feel me? So, Goon, what's the deal? Raider Goon in the building. Good to have you here, man, my brother, for real. I don't know good stuff. Carolina, I think everything is, this is my assumption. I'm not saying I heard anything. I'm not saying this is what they said. What I'm saying is, with somebody like Carolina with 0 wins, you believe everybody's available. My idea is everybody's available, and you take your draft picks that you get from these people that you sell off and do your rebuild, because we know that they're about to go in and they don't have the first round pick because of Chicago, but they got these other rounds that they can go ahead and accumulate picks in as well. So it's a wait and see. Wait and see. We'll see if he's available. We'll see if that's somebody we targeted. But I would love to have him. I definitely would love to have him. Oh, Carolina said that shit? So they said they're not going to move him? Well, if they don't move him, wishful thinking. You know what I mean? Because him alone does not make that team any better, not with a 0 win column. You feel me? So sometimes teams look at that and be like, well, shit, let's do it all over. That's the one main asset they got to go ahead and get some draft capital, you know what I mean, and add, because even though they don't have that first round pick, second round pick, you still can get a QB. There's so many QBs coming out of college this year, is ridiculous. And I'm talking about good quality quarterbacks that you can build your offense around. So if Renfro's in the mix and you got a QB coming in next year, Renfro will be that good slot. You go ahead and use your other capital to go ahead and get you a targeted number 1 wide receiver. You know what I mean? There's receivers out there. There's quarterbacks out there. And linebackers. So it's like they could find a replacement for Burns, but Burns will give you, you know what I mean, action at adding to what it is you're trying to do. You're in a conference that's winnable. Your conference or your division sucks ass. Not the conference. Your division sucks ass. So Carolina, you not too far away, to be honest, with the people that's there in the South. You feel me? No, I didn't say nothing about us getting no QB. I'm talking about QB for Carolina. Carolina's gonna go QB if anything. It won't be because right now the Bears got their pick in the first round, so the Bears is gonna have number 1 and number 2 picks if they don't win. But hey, we kind of like, even though we lost to the Bears, we kind of like flipped them off like, haha, bitch, we gonna make sure you ain't gonna, but we got Carolina pick. We gonna make sure you ain't got back to back. No, let me quit. But yeah, man, shit. It's all wait and see. Now, what I want to get back to is with Renfrow. Renfrow was the rumor is, I'm not saying that this is factual, but this is what I'm reading. They said the Raiders are going to work with Renfrow to find him a team to get traded to. Now, the thing is, the rumor was out there that we want to trade player for a defensive end player. But what if the team that Renfrow wants to go to does not have a defensive end that's available for trade? What position do we lock in on? I know defensive tackle got to be one, but I'm kind of thinking corner as well. I am not happy with Marcus Peters. Not happy with Marcus Peters at all. This motherfucker right here is a liability. He's a liability like driving in a fast-ass car with no fucking insurance. He's a liability. That motherfucker, he don't tackle. He plays scared. He's scared to like throw some pads on a motherfucker. And we don't like when we brought him in, I knew that his production wasn't gonna be the same as it was in his prime. That's just the way life goes. Father Time is undefeated. I knew that wasn't going to be the case, but I thought that the case could be him teaching these younger dudes, because in camp, that's what he was doing. The younger guys would be around him. He'll answer questions and help them out. But when you out there in a live game and you giving him bad technique, showing them bad consistency, and you expect us to have you teach these guys these same bad habits? Hell no. Hell no. Get your ass on the bench and help pass out Gatorade, bro. Because I'm telling you, you're going to give these young guys fucking bad habits that's going to delay their progress and development in the NFL. Because they're going to look at you, because they're going to look up to you, because you're the older dude now playing that position. I'm going to do what he do. I'm just going, you know what I mean? If I can't tackle him, I'm going to move out the way. Fuck that shit. So that's my concern. This is not what I was in it for. I was not in it for Marcus Peters to do what the fuck he's been doing. Fuck no. Fuck no, bruh. You teaching these young dudes bad habits, man. And the last thing we need to do is show these young dudes bad habits. But yeah, that's what it comes down to. Like I said, the days are coming off the calendar. They coming off, bro. We got Monday Night Football. Like I said yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders wait till after that Monday night game to see what we look like. Do we give the Lions a fight? Do we win the game? Do we lose the game in a fight? Or do we get our ass handed to us like Chicago did? If we get our ass handed to us, there's no reason to make no trade. Unless you just trade Renfrow straight across for a draft pick. That's the only way. Because ain't no player coming in to save this shit. You know what I mean? If we lose like handily, there's no player you can trade for that's going to come in and move the needle by himself. So you might as well trade Renfrow for a draft pick, move everything until next year's draft, 2024, and then focus on that shit to start fulfilling out. I said fulfilling. Not filling out your roster, fulfilling, meaning to fulfill and to fill at the same time. Fill your roster with positional players that fulfill your needs. So that's what we got to do, bruh. Raider Nation, Jason in the building, man. Tops to you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, bro. Marcus Peters is a disappointment to me, bro. You're not from the O no more, homeboy. You're not from shout out to Bush Rod, North Oakland. You know what I mean? Ice City, aka the North Pole, the polar bears. Yeah, bro, you not Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn is built different. Marshawn would have got out there and still beast moded it nigga at 50. You know what I mean? Now you had a good career, bro. We can celebrate the past, but your present ain't present. Your present ain't present, bro. It's missing. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't want these young guys, because we got some good young guys in the secondary. I don't want them to develop bad habits because of watching a former vet, not a former vet, a vet that was formerly one of the ones to be reckoned with. And there's no knock. Hey, can't nobody erase what you have done in your career. But what you have done in your career and what you are doing now are total opposites. Period. It's like the movie Twins. You got Danny DeVito being a twin of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bruh, it ain't matching, bruh. It ain't matching. Your socks ain't matching, bruh. You got a church sock on with a tube sock. That shit ain't matching, bruh. Your past and your present, nah, you need some new socks. Matter of fact, just don't wear no socks. So nobody can, you know what I mean? Everybody be like, oh shit, he ain't got no socks on. I don't know if he got tube sock or church socks. Now, Eagle Terran 207, you say you think the Detroit Lions are too pissed off to lose to the Las Vegas Raiders? How pissed off you think the Raiders should be? Losing to Chicago, bruh. Losing to Chicago. Detroit Lions lost to a good team. A team that's better than them. They lost to. We lost to a team that ain't supposed to be better than us with a lot of motherfuckers missing. Who's the team that should be really pissed? That's the question. Now, the other question is, if you are pissed, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Monday night, you play Detroit Monday Night Football. What are you going to do about being embarrassed, humiliated, and getting socked in your fucking mouth against a team that you were supposed to beat, that was lacking starters, and you felt, now you didn't just fall short, you fell hella low. You know what I mean? Hella low. Who should be pissed? I think the Raiders should be more pissed than the Lions. That was an embarrassment. The Lions losing, who was it, Baltimore? Lions losing to Baltimore, that wasn't fucking embarrassing. You lost to a good team. You lost to one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. And they added firepower. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying. Like, who should be the one being pissed off the most? Who should be pissed off to the highest of all pissivity? That's the question. The Gaffler, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning? Yes, sir. The boss with the sauces, Alfredo, in the building, man. Top of the morning. Yeah, hey, good stuff. That's all we can do is hope that the offense and defense do their thing. Hope. But I tell you what, I ain't gonna be one of these motherfuckers you see on social media. If we do get our ass whooped or lose, you ain't gonna see me breaking shit. Fuck that. That's that weak shit. That's what bitches do. Not that I'm calling anybody a bitch, but you know, bitches throw plates and shit like that when they having tantrums. Key in your car. That kind of shit. These niggas out here lose, nigga. They get the key in their own car. They're gonna key in Raiders suck and then wake up in the morning and be like, oh, why I do that? Because you a bitch. Only bitches do shit like that. You take all your Jordans, put them in the bathtub, burn them up, come to find out that motherfucking bathtub ain't porcelain, it's plastic or fiberglass, and then you burn down the whole house. Shout out to rest in peace, Left Eye. She did that to Andre Rison. That's what these niggas. That's the same shit these motherfuckers is built from. No. I didn't say he was from West Oakland. I'm saying his cousin Marshawn Lynch is from the north. That's what I'm saying. He's not Marshawn Lynch. That's why I said shout out to my people is in the North Pole. Bushrod, 59th and Cannon. That's where they come from. And if anybody know about North Oakland, my motherfucking hillbilly, motherfucking Roosevelt, Marty, Michael, all the motherfuckers, man. Them is my people. That's right, Alfredo. Tell them, hey, like and subscribe, man. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like, man. But yeah, man, we talking trade deadline. I ain't talking nothing else but trade deadline, potential. What are we getting like I'm seeing a lot of people putting out the same information, right? But I want to try to assess it. So what I see is when they say that the Raiders are working with Renfrow to get a trade, then that kind of puts in the back of my mind that, wait a minute, if they're doing that, then whatever rumors came out about them going after a defensive end is not matching up. Because if Renfrow chooses to be traded to a team that does not have a defensive end available for trade, where's the defensive end coming from? What is the position that they are willing to trade Renfrow for? See, these are the questions that need to be asked. Is it defensive tackle? Is it corner, linebacker? You know what I mean? What offensive lineman? What is it that you could get with Renfrow? And like I said, it probably won't just be Renfrow 4 players straight across. They'll probably do some swapping of draft picks. But what other positions besides defensive end are the Raiders out there looking for? That is the question. See, sometimes we overlook the obvious. What else do they find to be concerning? But to me, for them to trade for a player with a player is telling me that they're trying to win now. But what one player can kind of change the dynamic of the outcomes? Because to be honest with you, we only had one bad loss. That's the Bills. Well, I mean, the Bears slipped away, but we had action. Ain't like we didn't have action. We had action. You know what I mean? So we let that go. And yes, Josh McDaniels made a horrible decision going for 3 instead of going for 6, even though that. But see, this is what this is telling me also. See, a lot of people blaming the play call, but do you think that the play call can be the effect of the lack of confidence in your quarterback? Hey, food for thought. Do you think that he has not as much confidence in his quarterback to be able to call the plays that he would like to play to score a touchdown? Because it kind of makes you wonder, like, well, why would you settle for a field goal and keep going for a touchdown? Confidence. He does not have the confidence in making those touchdowns. Why? Is it because of Adams? No. Trey Tucker? No. Jacoby Meyer? No. Hooper? No. Mayer? No. Garoppolo? Hoyer? See, now things looks a little more clear. Maybe it's not just the outright play calling. Maybe he does not trust in his quarterbacks to call the play we need to score, because he knows we have not been getting good results out of doing this shit. So maybe he just comfortable with, I got more confidence in Cole than I got in Garoppolo or Hoyer, which as fans of the Raiders, we are in that same boat. We have more confidence, even though he missed his field goal. Does not mean that Cole is like one of them guys that's like, nah, bruh, that's just That's just, you know what I mean? He's just going through something right there. But you're not going to say Garoppolo and Hoyer going through something. You just going to say they just no good. So if we know that the quarterback ain't no good, do you think that the coach knows that too? And that's why he leans away from certain plays, because he doesn't have faith or confidence in the quarterbacks that's on the team now. And I know people going to say, well, that's McDaniel's fault because he took Garoppolo. Garoppolo wasn't the first choice. But nobody knew that Garoppolo would come over here and do like this. All we needed him was to manage the game and get in the red zone and be efficient. Just like nobody knew Chandler Jones, with a career full of double-digit sacks in his every year, comes to us, nothing. All of a sudden, he wakes up, and now he's old. He wasn't old the previous year with Arizona. So overnight, he becomes old. Now that we're starting to see the mental health situation, it's like, could that have been the thing kicking in for him? Has he been dealing with this? Have they been giving him medication? And I know sometimes medication for your mental kind of puts you at a state that you cannot be productive on the field like you previously would have been. Is that an issue? I'm not saying it is. I'm just throwing questions out there. Could that be part of the reason why Chandler Jones was missing? You know what I mean? Was he dealing with a mental issue that required medication? Does that medication, what is the side effects of the medication? Being sluggish? You know what I mean? Being not focused? I don't know. I'm throwing questions out there. So I'm looking at, because see, this is the reason why I asked this about Josh McDaniels and his faith in the quarterback. The same offensive play calls were last year also. 12th in the league in scoring. 23.3 points in the same system. But you know what changed? The players in it. The players in it. That's what changed in the system. Nothing changed in the play call. But we were 12th in the league last year. 23.3 points. The league leading team in the scoring last year was the motherfucking Kansas City Chiefs at 29 points. That means they were approximately 5.3 points away from Kansas City. 5.3. 5.3. That's how many more points Kansas City scored more than us. 5.3 per game, and you got to factor in the fact we didn't score shit against New Orleans last year. So what was the difference between that offense last year to this offense this year? The quarterback is different. Number 2 wide receiver is different. Tight ends is different. We had a running back that sat out everything. We replaced a right guard. So it's like the system is the same, but the players changed. Now, Carr, in between the 20s, Carr was great. In between the 20s is great. And I think they made the move of moving away from him is because of what did not happen between the 20 and the goal line. But now this year, what's not happening between the 20 and the goal line is reoccurring. We're not efficient in the red zone. And that's where you get your touchdowns. We're leaving points out there. Look, everybody say the play calling and Josh McDaniels is horrible. Not the last game. What was, matter of fact, I know the game before Chicago, New England, we made 6 trips to the red zone. So that tells me that the offense was potent enough to put you in the red zone 6 times for that whole game, and you only got 1 touchdown out of it. 1. How many times does anybody know how many times we were in the red zone against Chicago? How many times did we go into the red zone against Chicago? Somebody give me that stat. Who is, you mean, what is Carr? Carr is like, it has 4 wheels and a steering wheel. So you take a key, you open a door and you get in and you put it in the ignition and you turn it you know what I mean? I can't say clockwise because it's sideways, so you're going forward, you're turning forward, and it go, and then it's, warms up. That's a car. Ask Wi-Fi what a car is. Got 2 jerseys that say the shit on it. That motherfucker got Siamese twins jerseys. Oh, my bad. Them is automobiles. Them is automobiles. My bad. You right. My bad, bruh. Yeah, because the car that we had was it choked. Yeah, it choked. But does anybody know that the amount of trips that we had in the red zone versus the Bears? Let me look this shit up. Let me see if I can find it. How many times were the Raiders in the red zone versus the Bears? Let me see if I'm guessing that we were in there a few times, bro. And we shit the bed. We shit the fucking bed. Touchdowns by running back. Foreman had 3 touchdowns. Our red zone defense was not great either. Yard pieces. Okay, that was 39 yards. Hold on, I'm trying to see how many. Let's see. 12 points allowed by Bears defense. Fuck your Bears. Tyson Bears passer rating was 97.2. Consecutive games with takeaways by linebacker. Fuck him. And his number 54-yard on field goal by kicker. Pass defeated by quarterback. I think this is all Bears shit. Fuck the Bears. Fuck the Bears. They ain't gonna do shit. Let me see something. Okay, Bears and Raiders in-game analytics. Let's see what. I need the stat, man. I need the stat. Yeah, that's this question again, man. Shit. How many trips in the red zone did the Las Vegas Raiders make against the Chicago Bears? Okay, hold on. I'm searching. I'm doing homework, y'all. I'm doing homework. I should have been looking at this, but I wasn't thinking. I was not thinking. My bad. But I will get it. I promise. Come on, son of a bitch. Yeah, Hoyer ain't it. Garoppolo, I think Garoppolo better than Hoyer. And I don't know who's going to start this weekend. If Garoppolo's back, do they go with Aiden O'Connell? It's a lot of questions out there, bruh, to be answered. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can answer it with the correct answer and not just, we'll see how this week goes. No, you pick somebody and let them prepare for that team that we're facing. Don't at the last minute, we're going with you. Like, you could have had this motherfucker ready all week by have him really go up against what they trying to do against us. But you're going to just you don't know yet. Now that comes to coaching. Remember, if anybody's seen the video I put out, the little short, and I was saying, being a parent is like coaching. Being a parent is just like coaching. If I raise my son to be a good dude, a good civilian, a good person in society and whatnot, but he chooses to go out there and do all the fucked up shit, rob, steal cars, sell drugs and all that other shit, I'm gonna be the one I'm gonna be blamed. Even though I did not raise him to be like that, and he chooses to be like that, I'm the one they're gonna look at. I'm the one they're going to look at. So that's the same thing with coaching. Even though you on the sideline and you putting in the plays and these guys ain't executing these plays and they keep doing the same shit, you're to blame for that shit. You're to blame for it. You're to blame. You're allowing that shit to happen. You're not correcting it. It's like if my son out there fucking up and I don't correct him, he's going to continue to fuck up. Then that's my fault. Same with a head coach. If you allow these guys to keep doing what it is that they doing out there on the field and you the head coach and you not benching them when they fucking up and you allowing them to be out there to keep doing the same shit, Marcus Peters, and you know what I mean? You not saying or doing anything, you are the motherfucking enabler. You're the enabler. You're not making these guys. And I heard that you're a hard coach, but if you so hard, why these motherfuckers keep making the same mistakes? But then again, that shit happens. As many times I done got my ass whooped by my dad, still made the same mistakes. I still went out there and did what I did. Still went out there and made the still stupid ass decisions. So you got players that's like that, that's just stubborn. Ain't nothing you gonna do to them that's gonna make them fuck that. You can beat me with a sticker bush and dump me in rubbing alcohol, and I'm not gonna change. Cause that's how I was. I ain't gonna lie. Let's get off the subject now, cause now I'm starting to remember that that's how I was. Johnny, I told you that's what it looks like to me. They were trying to win and rebuild at the same time, bruh. And to my opinion, you can't do that shit. You gotta pick one. Pick one. If you're gonna win now, like you see the Rams in Philadelphia, what are they doing? Trading away their draft picks, getting Pro Bowl type talent in here to win now. Or you're just gonna say, fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and just draft my team, get my guys out of the draft and build my foundation and build around that and take my L's, you know what I mean, the growing pains. You're going to take your L's while you're doing that. But now it's a conflict when you're trying to rebuild and win at the same time. Now you stuck and you're like in purgatory. It's not heaven or hell. And I don't believe you can build a team by trying to win now and rebuild. You can win now and add pieces, but I don't believe you can rebuild and in addition to and win now. That's a task, bruh, that you can't do that shit. You can't. And this is why I say this. Let me give y'all a brief look into running a business or being in a relationship or whatever. As long as there's only one of you, right? One of you exists. One of you exists. Even if it's like a team of you. You know what I mean? You can only give yourself 100%. You only can give 100% of yourself to one thing. You can't take 100% and be like, I'm giving 100% to my business, my employer, and my hobby. You can't do it. It doesn't split down that way. It's going to be 33.3, 33.3, 33.3. You can never give multiple things 100%. It's impossible. You can only give your full attention to one thing. When you're trying to rebuild and win at the same time, you're split down the middle. You're giving 50%. Well, you can give 50% to winning, 50% to rebuilding, or you can go 70-30, or you can go 80-20, or you can go 90-10. But you will never, ever be able to give 100% to rebuilding and winning at the same time. You'll never, it's impossible. You can't do it. You can't do it. Because it's two different type of players you need to do either or. To win now does not require rookies. To rebuild does. Facts. So you gotta choose while you straddling the fence. You gotta figure out what the fuck it is you trying to do. And to me, if you're rebuilding, the only reason why you're trying to win now is to appease the Raider Nation. And I'm gonna say this shit, and a lot of people might not agree with this shit. And I'm not saying it in a way that you're gonna take it, but you're gonna take it the way I'm gonna give it. If I'm talking to the office and them, fuck Raider Nation. Fuck what they think. You can't please everybody. The motherfuckers that's looking at you like, we want to win now. But then you got other motherfuckers like say, fuck that shit, strip that shit down, let's rebuild and do it right. You can't please everybody. And you trying to rebuild and win at the same time, you're trying to please everybody. You're not a fucking politician. You are an organization. Pick one. You only get to pick one. If I come at you with all these different kind of donuts and I say pick one, don't you dare reach your motherfucking hand in there and grab two. I said pick one. You can't do both at the same time, bruh. It's a conflict of interest because it's two different paths that you got to go down to do either or. If you want to win now, you trade away draft picks and get players that's in their prime now that can come in and help you win now. That's how you win now. Or if you're trying to rebuild, you keep your draft picks, go into the draft foundational players that you can build around to help you in the future to be a contending team. Either or. And that's the shit I be trying to tell motherfuckers is you so busy trying to please everybody, you not even pleasing the organization, you're not even pleasing the fact of the matter that we're doing it right. It's like two motherfuckers fighting, like, you know what I mean? Hot and cold, fat and skinny, tall and short. It's like, which way do we go? You trying to be fat and skinny at the same time. I mean, to be honest with you, this is the breakdown. You trying to be hot and cold at the same time. You trying to be smart and dumb at the same time. You gotta choose one, bro. You can't do an organization that way. It's gonna lead to failure because the rookies that you draft are not ready to win now. And the people that you go trade for ain't your foundational pieces for the future. You're stuck in purgatory. Facts. You are stuck in purgatory. You're not gonna rebuild and you're not gonna win now doing it that way. You gotta sit there, swallow your pride, and figure out what direction are we gonna go as an organization. Do we do it the right way and rebuild so we can be contenders year after year after year, but just not right now? Or do we go all in right now and try to win now and not have a future? Because we gave all our draft picks away to players to come in right now. That's just how that shit go, bro. Some people, it ain't fair. I know it ain't fair. You know what I mean? In a perfect world, you can rebuild and motherfucking win right now at the same time. This ain't a perfect world, bro. Perfection don't exist. Facts. Nah, I don't believe they not fight. Maybe not Chicago game, but that New England game, they fought to win that game. They struggled, but they fought and won that shit. You know what I mean? Or else there wouldn't have been no interception to give us the ball back. You know what I mean? Or the score that we put up the first time we scored over 20. That shows me a team that's fighting. And maybe, and while we're sitting here worrying about if they're fighting for McDaniels, whatever the fuck happened to fighting for yourself? I done played on teams where the coach wasn't the greatest coach of all time. Somebody wasn't a likable coach. But when you got top quality athletes, that's not going to prevent them from okay, then why Max Crosby ain't balling? Why Max Crosby balling in if they lost? You know what I mean? It's not got nothing to do with the fucking coach. I ain't never played for no coach, except for once in high school, my freshman year, and my senior year too, because they brought him back. He was a cool ass head coach, but this head coaches like him, Pop Warner and shit, didn't like him. Motherfuckers was assholes. But I didn't play football for them. I didn't say, ooh, I'm gonna play football because that motherfucker's the head coach. No, I play football because a motherfucker love football. I give a fuck who was coaching me. You not gonna steal my joy. Fuck you. Fuck you in them tight ass jeans you wearing. Okay, he didn't wear tight jeans, but no, yes, he did. Because it was in Pop Warner, we had a coach that used to coach at, what was he a coach at? Fucking Oklahoma. No, Nebraska. No, Oklahoma. One of the coaches at Oklahoma years ago was Pop Warner coaching us. Straight asshole. But that motherfucker wasn't going to see. But then I'm different. You know what I mean? Some of these motherfucking dudes out there, they need somebody to motivate them. I never needed that. I was my motivation. I wanted to be the best at what I did. Fuck the coach. I wasn't trying to impress the coach. I didn't want to get patted on the back by him. I wanted to know I dominated. I wanted to know that I went out there and busted my ass and got this shit done. That's how I was. I give a fuck about the coach. Coach can suck my dick. I don't give a fuck. You said you give coaches 3 years, but not this one. Everybody knows a rebuild takes they said 4 years max. Why are we only giving them a year and 6 games? This is the thing I'll be worried about. You know what I mean? Like, are we so impatient that we trying to speed it along? And you know what happens when you rush? Shit don't turn out the way you want it to do. You know what I mean? Shit don't turn out the way you want it. When you rush, go in the kitchen and rush making dinner. Watch you fuck up. Rush and do that shit. Rush and paint somebody's house. Rush and hang sheetrock. There's gonna be some shit that you forgot to spot the nails, tape the seams. You gonna miss some shit because you rushed. But and I understand as the nation, we ain't been winning in years and in couple of decades that we want to rush, but to keep it a buck, do you think rushing is gonna make this team better? You think this team is gonna be built overnight? It's not gonna happen like that, bruh. Let's keep it a buck. Because if we fire McDaniels, even if he gets fired, you think the next new coach that come in, you think we gonna win that year he gets here? You think we going to the Super Bowl that year? How about the year after? You think in year 2 of the next coach that replaces McDaniels, we going to the Super Bowl? Shit don't happen like that, bruh. Don't happen like that, bruh. That shit don't happen overnight, bruh. Not when you're dealing with, out of all sports in the world, football's the only one that got the most participants on the sideline. It's easy to take me a 14-man NBA roster and try to win overnight. It's only 14 with 5 starters. Give me the right 5 starters that's going to hold down the team. We can do it. But you get an NFL team with 53 motherfuckers on there? Good luck with winning overnight, bruh. Ain't gonna never happen. The next coach come in, we gonna be sitting here in the same song and dance. Get this motherfucker out. After a year and six games, we gonna be asking for the head of the next coach because he ain't gonna turn shit around in 1 year. He's gonna get rid of a lot of these motherfucking players that don't fit what he's trying to do. Now we going back in the draft, redrafting talent redrafting zone coverage corners because the system that's being brought in doesn't call for man-to-man. That kind of shit. We're going in here looking for nose tackles because we're going to run a 3-4 and not a 4-3. So the 4-3 defensive tackles we get rid of because we don't need them. This is what's going to happen. That's the whole thing. That's the risk you take. That's the risk you take, bro. And if you're ready to if you're willing to gamble on that shit, to go through this shit again, Groundhog's Day. Every year in 6 games, wake up, same shit. Wake up, same shit. Different coach, same shit. In order to get stability, you gotta let it take its course. You got, like they say, let nature take its course. Is this guy gonna be is McDaniels the one to get us there? I don't know. And I damn know, the one thing I do know, a year and 6 games ain't enough body of work to even fucking measure that shit. Let's keep it a buck, because every great coach out there, their first time in a situation with a franchise, horrible. The first 2-3 years, horrible. Gruden this last time with us, horrible. It took 4 years in his system to get us to the motherfucking playoffs. 4 years. His record was worse than McDaniels. But oh no, Chucky Dick tastes better than McDaniels. And I'm not saying McDaniels is a hell of a dude, but damn, to quit on him that soon. So what? We can fire him and then do this shit all over again and be mad at the next motherfucker taking over? Don't y'all get tired? How many fucking coaches we done been through? How many quarterbacks we done been through? Y'all ain't tired of that shit? Because y'all seem to keep arguing the same fucking fact that you want to go through it over and over and over and not even give a motherfucking opportunity to see if we can salvage this shit. That's why we ain't shit. We giving up too early. How many years was Lane Kiffin coach? 1. Dennis Allen, what, 2? You know what I mean? Del Rio. Gruden. How many years did we give these motherfuckers to try to get us on track? Of course we ain't gonna succeed. We are in a rush to try to get there quicker than we need to take the motherfucking path that's given to us. Like I said, I don't give a fuck who the coach is. I fuck the players. I want to win. But in order to win, they gotta be productive. How do you get production out of them? By staying the course until the course comes to an end. Like I said, give McDaniels this year. Don't fire him now. Motherfuckers talk about firing him now. What the fuck? How that's gonna solve shit? What, we gonna fire him now? And then what, we gonna start winning? We still got the same motherfuckers y'all ain't got no faith in. Garoppolo still gonna be here. Hoyer gonna still be here. Marcus Peters is still gonna be here. But just a new coach. Come on, man. I'm tired of this losing shit. Like, everybody's so stuck on this shit, man. We've been seeing the same fucking shit every fucking regime and the same outcome because we in a fucking rush. We in a rush. You want shit to happen overnight. Shit don't fucking happen overnight. That's all I'm saying. That's why I said I'll be optimistic, because I'm like, my fear is to quit on something the day before we supposed to succeed. That's my fear. What if you quit the day before we finally get it? You'll never fucking know. That's why you got to exhaust every resource. Every resource at your fingertips, you exhaust it until you know ain't shit happening, bruh. It's time to go. Because you get a new motherfucker in here, it's going to be another fucking rebuild. He ain't going to keep all these players we drafted. He ain't going to do it. Everybody don't have the same philosophy, same offense, same defense. This is not the same mindset. If they going to come in here, they're going to want to do it their way, and they're going to get rid of motherfuckers that so then what we're basically looking at is wasted draft picks. We've wasted draft picks again. Then we're going to be set back another fucking 3-4 years. Fuck that shit. God knows how much longer I got on this earth, man. I ain't got fucking time to be wasting on rebuilds every fucking 2 years. Y'all might. Y'all young enough to have a rebuild every fucking 2 years. I'm not trying to do that shit. I'm not trying to do that shit. Let these motherfuckers, what my dad used to say as a kid, I'm gonna give you enough rope to hang yourself. Give Josh McDaniels enough rope to hang himself, where there's no fucking ands, ifs, buts about it. Let him run through this season. Let's see the outcome. And whatever happens, that's what he's gonna have to live by. But in the middle of a season that we ain't winning, we 3-4, and we not even fucking horrible. We won game from 500, bro. After fucking we going in a week 8? After half the fucking season, we had 500. Well, maybe. I'm not saying we'll see what happens against the Lions. But hey, this Monday night game is gonna let us know, did they quit? Did they quit? And I'm pretty sure there is some players on this team that's speaking out. Like I say, there's no such thing as perfection. You can't be a fucking politician. You can't please everybody. Motherfuckers either gonna love you or hate you. You ain't gonna never have everybody love you, and everybody ain't gonna hate you either. So motherfuckers gonna come out and say, oh, he ain't shit, and nah. But then you're gonna have motherfuckers that's gonna ride with him because that's what soldiers do. Kind of like with a sibling or a close homeboy. Whether you wrong or right, I'm riding with you. That's loyalty. Motherfuckers, a lot of you motherfuckers can't even spell loyalty. So I wouldn't expect y'all to know what loyalty is. Kind of motherfucker y'all catch a case, you turn the motherfucking witness so you can get a deal. He said, how you gonna not like someone you don't know? Hey, sometimes you get them gut feelings. I see motherfuckers in life. Real life, I look at it and be like, I could tell I ain't gonna like this motherfucker. I don't like motherfuckers that run their mouth a lot. They just talk. You know what I mean? Especially motherfuckers what they got and I done this, I done did that. Nigga, half of that shit is lies coming out your mouth. I'm just cut from a cloth of just silence is golden. You know what I mean? Silence is golden. That's why you see that motherfucker Keefe D getting his ass locked up over that Tupac murder, because that motherfucker was running his motherfucking mouth too much. You should have kept your bitch ass quiet. But no, you know what? I ain't gonna even say bitch ass. Stupid ass. That's why his ass is dealing with what he's dealing with, because he ran his motherfucking mouth too much. Want to be the one. You get them kind of motherfuckers that want to be the ones that know everything going on in the street. So they the ones gossiping. Man, you know such and such a da-da-da. How you know? Oh, because that's my homeboy. Why are you telling this business? You know, motherfuckers always want to be in the limelight of knowing everything. Them is the motherfuckers you got to watch out for. The motherfuckers that think they know everything and they want to share it with everybody. And then the motherfuckers that they talking about catch a case. That's the shit you got to worry about. All right, let me get off this motherfucking thing, bro. I gotta get me some rest. I gotta go get my son. He ain't got school tomorrow, so they doing trunk or treat at his school, and I gotta bring him back here. And I got my weekend with my boy, though. I don't give a fuck. I'll walk over hot coals to go get my boy. Hey, but salute to y'all, man. Good discussion. We gonna see what these motherfuckers do, though. That's all. Yeah, they motherfuckers, the Raiders. But we're going to see how these motherfuckers get down, what the focal point is with the trade deadline, what positions are they focused on, does Renfro get moved? All that shit should play out, I say, after Monday night. I'm not working Monday night. I'm going to see how this shit go, and I'm going to evaluate this shit. I want to see if these motherfuckers just give up in this game and we get our ass whooped, then McDaniels, bro, hey, you lost the locker room. But I don't want to listen to motherfuckers from these other content motherfuckers. You know which ones we talking about, because we all talk about them, that always put out that false ass narrative about, oh yeah, my inside source. Motherfucker, your inside source? Who the fuck you know? You fake ass fan. Who the fuck is gonna trust you with information? You probably, these motherfuckers probably the ones that's gonna be on that motherfucking witness stand. Well, he told me that that such and such said that he didn't want to play no more. Nigga, god damn, what did you just did that shit on the stand?
Did somebody say my name?
No, I said S-T-A-N-D, not stand. Stand up.
Oh, I thought so, nigga.
Whatever, dog.
Fuck you.
Man, fuck with me.
I will Friday.
Shit, I might have to work.
Well, I'll wait for your yellow ass on Saturday then.
Yeah, fuck that crying shit. Crying ain't never brought nobody back from anywhere, nigga, whether it was from losing or death or taxes. Nigga, crying ain't gonna do that. But let me get my ass up out of here, y'all. I gotta go ahead and handle some business, man. Hey, salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. For those that's here for the first time, you better motherfucking subscribe and hit that thumbs up, or don't ever bring your motherfucking ass around here again. We raw and uncut with this shit, you feel me? Lay you on your back and empty a bag of motherfucking fentanyl down your throat. With that being said, man, I'm out this bitch. I'm Lunatic Raider. You've been watching Good Morning Raider Nation. Tomorrow, you know what tomorrow is, right? You know what tomorrow is? It ain't gonna stop. It won't stop. Fuck your team. Fuck your team. Friday is back tomorrow. Well, not back. It ain't never went nowhere. It'll be on tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. Pull on up. We gonna clown the fuck out of the Lions. Give a fuck if they win or not. We in that ass. I'm Lunatic Raider. Raiders Allegiance, man. See y'all tomorrow morning. I'm out this bitch.